Hey class, this is the rest of that lesson that we started in class. So analyzing graph, go ahead and pause here and then check back with the answers. All right, so here's your answers. And looking at the June cell phone cost, the cost stays constant for the first, looks like about half the month, and then at the end of the month, the cost increases by a constant amount as the minutes increase. Okay, so we're going to match a table and a graph here. The table shows the total number of customers at a car wash after 1, 2, 3, and 4 days. Which graph could represent the data shown in the table? One thing we might want to do is check the rate that the total customers are going up. That'll help us determine which graph to match it with. We can eliminate a couple because we see the total customers increasing, and so let's eliminate C because that's showing a decrease. Now let's find the difference between the total customers for each day, and then use that to decide which graph we want to use. After analyzing the difference between the total customers for each day, we notice that it's going up, and then it's going up again, but not by quite so much, but then it's going up again a little bit more than in between any other day. We could have eliminated this one also because it's decreasing. So looking at our results here, I think we're going to pick graph A. We see that it goes up by a pretty steep amount, then a little bit less, then another steep amount there. We don't want B because it goes up by the most the first day, then by less and less. And that isn't what's happening here. So go ahead and see if you can match this table. Check back for the answers. So check out the answers. Notice we analyzed the table to figure it out, and we see that the rate is decreasing slowly, but at a constant rate. So our dots should be evenly spaced, like they are in that one. And also, we noticed that there is still some sunscreen left in the bottle after the third day. So this one here shows that there's nothing left. All right, so we're going to sketch a graph to follow this rule. When Malcolm jogs on the treadmill, he gradually increases his speed until he reaches a certain level. Then he jogs at a level for several minutes. Then he slows to a stop, stretches. After this, he increases to a speed that is slightly lower than before, and jogs at this speed for a short while before slowing to stop again. What is a possible sketch of the graph that shows Malcolm's jogging speed during his workout? Label each section. So we're going to put his speed on the y-axis, and then time during his workout on the x-axis, and we're going to try and draw a line to match the situation. All right, here's my graph. I think this part here represents where he is increasing to a speed, gradually increasing to a certain speed, so getting up to speed. This part here, he's maintaining a speed, so that is jogging at the same level for several minutes. So speed is staying constant for that period of time. Here he is slowing to a stop. So he's slowing down. Right in here he is stretching. Then he speeds up again and jogs a short while at a constant rate. and then he quits here. So I should probably extend this. And so I think it could look something like that. I think the parts you might change are maybe when you're getting up to speed, it might not be at a completely constant increase, like maybe you start slowly and then increase more and more during that time. But anyway, all right, so go ahead, you try sketching a graph, actually figuring out which one matches here. Check back for your answers. All right, here's what I have. For that one, okay, the lesson check, describe a real-world relationship that could be represented by the graph. Sketch that, right? So we're going to draw a line to name each segment of column A to its verbal description in column B, and then we're going to write a situation. So I think we are pouring water into a cup quickly. I think that would work. B, I think pouring water into a cup slowly. C, I think that stop pouring water. That's C, sorry. E. C. D would be spilling water because it's going down really fast, and E is pouring water or water leaking since it's going down slowly. Okay, so our verbal description to match this would be something like, so we have an empty glass. We turn on the faucet, we start pouring it in at a pretty heavy rate. As it gets towards the top, we slow down the water, that'd be section B, until it reaches the top level. Then we were going to walk over to the table and set the cup on the table, but we tripped over the dog, and that caused us to spill a bunch of the water out. That's part D. And when it hit the ground, it put a little dent in the side, but we caught the cup with a little bit of water left in, but the dent put a small hole in our cup, and so it leaked slowly as we carried it back to the sink. You can write what you think the situation is. Anyway, all right, see you tomorrow.